how we round to different decimal places. Now the usual rules of rounding apply. If it's less than 5, keep it down. If it's higher than 5, round up. And if it is 5, also round up. Now the notation for this is usually DP, decimal places. We're going to take this number and round it first of all to 1 decimal place. Then we'll have a look at it to 2 decimal places, and finally 3 decimal places. 1 decimal place means you need 1 number after the point. So we're always going to have 37 point something. It's what those somethings are that we're interested in. So 1 decimal place. That's where the number's going to cut off. We have a look at what's after the 3. Well, it's a 9, so we round it up. So to 1 decimal place, 37.4. 2 decimal places. We now want 2 numbers after the point. The 9 is followed by a 2, so it stays as 9. 37.39. 3 decimal places. The 2 is followed by a 5, and here's where you have to remember the rule. If it's a 5, you round up. So we have 37.393. Now that's all we really have to remember. However, there are the odd instances where it can be a little bit trickier. Let's take this number and try round it to 2 decimal places. Now, there's the cutoff, so this should round up, but if we round a 9 up, it actually ticks over. So we have 69, well we can't have 0.910, so it actually ends up rounding to just 70.00. Okay, so we rounded this 9 up, but we can't round it to 10, so we'd have to round this 9 up, but we can't round that up to 10, so we end up with actually just 70.00. It's just something to watch out for. Let's have a look at how we round to significant figures. These are usually abbreviated by SF. Now the same rules of rounding apply as to when you either do normal rounding or if you're rounding to decimal places. The reason why we use significant figures is to basically simplify a number. For instance, if somebody wins the lottery and they win £3,287,461, you might just say, oh, they won 3 million. That's an example as to why significant figures are used. So let's have a look at an example with an extremely large number. If I put commas in, just to make this easier to read, here we have 3,792,843. We're going to attempt to round this to 3 significant figures. We have a look at the first 3 numbers, and everything else becomes zeros. So it becomes 379,000. In other words, we've rounded it to 3,790,000. Now, had this 2 been 5 or higher, we would have had to round up. So that's where you have to be careful. So we'll have a look at another example where some rounding does actually take place. Again, we're going to round this number to 3 significant figures. At the moment, we have 435,521. We're interested in the first 3 numbers, so we would have 435,000. However, The number following means we have to round up. So the number becomes 43600. Now the only thing to watch out for is if you have a number that uses a decimal, the same rules apply, but as you'll see with decimal it can be a little bit different. I'm going to round this number to 4 significant figures. So we're interested in the first 4 digits. So we have 35.6, and 9 follows the 3, so I'm going to have to round it up. 00. Now with a decimal number, you don't actually need these. There's nothing wrong with having them there, but technically at the end of the day all you've got is 35.64. That's absolutely fine as an answer.